YouTube. I should talk to the camera, not my computer screen. Just drop my mouse. Why is this so glitchy? I don't understand this. Anyway, I've been going through it, I guess, a little bit here and there. Most of it probably from my own doing. I've been messing up out here, but I decided, hey, I'm gonna go live, and I couldn't skate today because I skate so much that my legs hurt so bad in the morning that I can't walk around. So I'm like, all right, we're chilling right now. So I got Mike right here. I don't know why I'm glitching. Hold on, let me fix this glitchy. The glitchiness. And then I have a little intro. I don't know why this one. I got a little intro right here. Let's run it. And bye. Bye. Hey, we're back. And we are live on YouTube. Why am I glitching? I don't know. Maybe my computing power needs a little bit more computation. I'm not too sure. I don't even know if this live is live right now. I don't see nothing. But I got my cell phone. Check out my cell phone. See if it actually is live. My head. I'm a horrible live streamer. But I'll be trying though, So let's see. Let's see here. Okay, I am live, and yes, I do a lot. So, I initially made this channel for research purposes because I wanted to learn to skate. You know how you put the board down for a while, and you're like, I don't know if I want to skate anymore. It's kind of hard and difficult because it is a taxing thing when you like stop skating for a long time. So if I'm talking low, let me know. But when you stop skating for a long time, you tend to want to find something that's like gonna help you integrate yourself back into the skateboarding. So in that 7 years ago, I picked back up the board after breaking my arm rollerblading. I had to make a life decision. I was like, are you gonna go all in on skateboarding, or are you just gonna just like keep dibbling and dabbling like with this and that and all that stuff? So what I did is I made a decision. I stood on business, and with a broken arm, just went out skating like a madman. Like I just didn't know anything else but skateboarding. And this is the creation that you see up to today. I had different locks, I had longer locks. Um, but what happened in the midst of that, like me progressing in skateboarding more and like doing it on a daily basis, uh, my grandma succumbed to cancer, and that was a little difficult. It was really difficult. I still haven't processed the whole thing. I'm working on it. For the day-to-day thing. Yeah, it's definitely a day-to-day process. I'm trying to go shout out to my mom for taking care of everything. Um, my uncles were having a hard time with it. I had a hard time with it. Um, so yeah, I had to clip my locks because of just all that surrounding energy. It was just like, and plus at the same time, a relationship was ending. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff at one time. So you get kind of freaked out when things like that happen. Well, I do. Not freaked out per se, but more like, why is everything crashing down on me at one time type things. But yeah, I'm a true believer of something has to happen for you to initiate that change and to do what you want to do in life. It may be catastrophic. It might be like minuscule to most, but you, what the universe or life or whatever, what it does is forces you to stand on business on something. And if you don't stand on that business, then you just fall to the wayside because your decision making. You didn't make a decision to follow through on something or see it through. So things just keep on more down to like the red. So I had to, stay on business and follow that decision. And I'm currently doing that right now. I'm not gonna get into it. It's not really that personal of a matter, like go crazy to keep your anonymity or anything like that. But I just feel like I don't want to air out anything that's gonna like mess with a person's like mental. I've been working on that as of 7 years ago. It's just hearing people out, not really being so judgmental or forcing a scenario on how they became the person that's standing in front of me. So I try to just take the moment and live in it. And I gotta tell you, that's the hardest thing ever because the brain wants to start moving. The brain wants to start going into that negative pattern or whatever pattern you conditioned yourself to your brain. And it's just gonna double down on that thing. So music, skateboarding, being creative, thinking outside the box, and stopping all of these notifications that keep messing me up with my live stream really just gets you locked in. I'm used to having nobody in the chat because I go live sporadically. I'll probably go live more often because I have this camera right here. I got OBS, as you can see. That's a little monitor setup. And I clean my room. Today. And this is like my favorite album right here with Jimi Hendrix. So, yeah, I don't really have much to talk about. It was more like I want to space out things that are permeating in my brain so that I could just live and just fly away like a bird. Nelly Furtado. But yeah, I'm just gonna be playing like guitar, talking, trying to see like what new things I can come up with while I'm just in here. So we're supposed to have like, or I'm going to have some podcasts going up. And with those podcasts, I want them to be more like a radio show. So when I was a kid, my main thing was trying to get on the radio because, the radio was cool. They had those ad breaks, I don't know. When I watched Home Alone, I thought it was like really cool to be like a radio DJ. That's back when like the DJ was like bigger than the artist, I think. And yeah, I always wondered like I don't know if I worked for the radio station. I didn't even know how to get a job there, but I just thought it was a goal of mine that I wanted to accomplish. I got interviewed on a local public radio station in Santa Rosa, which was really cool. And the really did enjoy that. I don't know. I'm like playing these like little runs, but for some reason these little catchy runs are getting stuck in my head. A run is when you're just like playing something that's familiar to the ear, but I don't know who plays it, or if it's just historically the same across the board, like a warm up. But I'm just like jamming it in there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay, okay, I see why. Turning down. What did it say? God dang it. Damn it. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings. Okay. So I gotta go to my video settings. Hold on one second. Hold on again. I got it. Hold on. Alright. Turn down my video settings. So optical mouse thing is cool, but not. But is I don't know. Testing, testing. Test. No, that's higher. That's higher. That's lower. This is higher. Lower. Can you hear me? Testing. Testing. Test. Mouth test. Okay, we're good. Okay, sorry. Alright, so video capture. Customize it, dude. Oh. My bad. Default? My bad. Well, don't do that, or else that just like kills it all, apparently. My phone's broke. I'm gonna get it fixed. And more settings than just this. Alright. Where's the hey, okay. No more glitchy. Alright. Hecky yeah. No more. No más glitchianos. Okay. Cool. I'm like flowing cohesively now. thing sound good. I'm messing up. I'm singing the blues. So what I'm going through has been the craziest journey ever in my life. The highs, the lows, the back to back, and the freaking brain strain. The highest of the highest of happies. The lowest of the lows of sadness. All encompassed in this one thing for a whole year and a half. Now I'm trying to, well, I'm not trying, well, now I'm weaning myself off of that ride. And it was the craziest relationship, situation, whatever I've been in. And it ended abruptly, which I'm not mad about it because I listen to people when they talk. And it was a current thing that, if somebody doesn't like things, not myself, I got this innate ability to just like done and then bounce and then just whatever it. And that is the most craziest superpower to have here in this world. Never have I ever experienced that. I've seen it done, but it leaves you reeling in thought, which is why I've been skateboarding a lot more instead of talking. But I'm looking over the old footage and I'm like, man, I still need to talk because it's like 80% of living. So, and I need to live stream more, even if I can't come up with a video idea. Actually, might go skate after this live stream. I just want to make sure like get some solid timing because I've just been lagging on that with the person that like to be recorded. Cameras is an issue, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of compounding things, but somehow I grew in the subscriber count, but I also need still 4,000 watch hours before the end of the year. And I'm just going to be doing these live streams probably on a daily basis. So if you see this live stream, you see nobody up here, over here, in the chat, make sure you tap in, come in the chat, say what's up. I'll do it at a more consistent time. Let's say like mid-afternoon, midday, whatever. And make sure to get in like that. And we're going to do more trick tips, more tutorials, skate a lot faster. My foot pressure thing has been a lot easier on softer wheels. Hard wheels just like kill it. But these shoes right here, I'm telling you, Get you some Nike shots. These are goaded. Looking at old footage and I was skating with the white and red ones of these. For some reason, I keep coming back to this. Get you some shots. You'll thank me later. They're definitely worth the buy. Whatever colorway that comes out. It's just how the way Nike made that shoe. It's legendary. You should get some. You should try it out. Um, give yourself that. You know what I mean? Because things might leave you here in this life. People are gonna do what people do, but don't let that take away from what you got. Because you got some contribution out here too. And don't bank everything. Trust me, I did it. Don't bank everything uh, on an unknown. Don't hold it like a part of yourself. I mean, you can go all the way. My bad. Sorry. Do what you feel. Experience what you need to experience. But I can tell you this: don't bank your feelings and happiness off of whatever the person or your love interest or whatever has to do. Don't make your happiness them. Don't make your sadness them. Don't make your anger them. Because that's a whole hell of a lot of things to get over if you do. And this is coming from a creative person that's like a writer, uh, skater, musician. I do a lot of things. That's why I titled this I Do a Lot. But don't make one person, this human form, the source of your happiness, your joy, your pain, your sorrow, whatever. It's just too much for them to bear. Leave that up to the Most High. They're more equipped with that. And you'll feel a lot more at ease. You'll feel a lot more glued together. You'll feel the pieces aren't falling apart. And just got a lot of people in general outside of relationships just trying to like take energies. Um, it's like a daily thing. People just want to just take your energy and feel happy that something I took, and don't let it be that easy. Be you and be happy. Because one of the famous quotes from my guy Jimi Hendrix was, "I'm the one that's gonna die when it's my time to die. So let me live my life the way I want to." That's the way we should do it. And it's not a theory. I know it sounds weird, but it's easy to do. Having somebody else who's like je ne sais quoi, which means something I don't know in French that you try to cling on to for your source of happiness, which is it's a dangerous road, but tread lightly. I try to walk light so I don't piss the ground off, so I cross balance my skate. Um, just like looking at the old footage is like just really cool. Actually, might pull some up. Put this thing on the. So made this hat. I was bored one day. I wanted to see if I could bleach dye a hat. I tied it up, the bleach on there, let it sit. Oh, looks like a flaming hat. So I like it. It's the only bucket hat. Well, one of two bucket hats that's actually on bucket mode that fit my big ass head. Cause I got it crewed up and go. It's hella big. It's like, damn, it's hard to find things. Hard to find house. Okay. So, you have to see if I have any footage. Shit. Do you have some footage? I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. Sensational. Let's see. Browse. Mm, it and I need it. Go down to VHS. Okay, that's just recent stuff. What is it, man? I don't know. Content. Oh, snappies. So I've been working with OpenAI to schedule AI agents to like help me out with the channel. I don't know if it's working, but I'm getting like onto the platform a lot more fastidiously. You can see a lot more platform dynamics. Um, that's hella cool, you know. Got the music, got no content. I have multiple things always just bothering me. You know what I mean? While I'm live streaming, I love that. I gotta fix that later on. And videos only have that one. That's crazy. Wonder, wonder, I wonder. Let's see. I would get some videos outside and then like put them on the cell phone and just like blam. Because this right here, you know what? I know what to do. All files. Just go to we can go to CapCut, I guess. Or what's that? Oh, yeah, there you go. Bam. What? Oh, my dryer's done. Okay. Let me go get my dryer. Okay, hold on. I shall return. I want to make this at least an hour, so give me 1 second. cities. It's crazy. Uh, he flip it. Why is it flipped? What is going on here? Why is it like that? All of these questions, just like I don't know. I don't know why it's upside down. Uh, ah, there you go. There you go. Now let's see. Transition. All right. See you in a minute. Okay, so technical difficulties type stuff. I don't know why it's not there anymore, dude. My bad. I apologize. Possibly don't have a see. All right, we'll try this one more time. Let's see one more game. It's still upside down. What? Okay, it was still upside down. Hold on, hold on. What's going on with it here? Okay, transform. Transform. Flip horizontal. Bro, I hope that's it. I don't know. A little scared. A little scared. Staying a little scared. Scary. Alright, let's see now. If this is upside down again, I don't know. Ah, brother. Look. You see that? It showed me. Okay, let me. Alright, now. Flip. Turn it around. It's that blue thing. This thing. Alright, that needs to be freaking flippity on it. Rotate. Okay, now let's see. Nope. Okay, nope. Let's try it again. I don't know. I never knew this was upside down. Why did I do it? Just got, that had to be me feeling upside down. And I can't get it right set up. Sir, that being said, I have one or two options. Find another piece of media or deal with it upside down. See what it looks like gravitational. I don't think it'd be cool, but they digress. Dang. Diggity dang. Diggity dang dang. Daggo dang. Okay. Video. Alright, let's see. Library. Libraries. Is that upside down too? What is this? Oh, okay. Now, if you ever knew about the X Games, right? there was a time when it was out in San Francisco. I believe it was 1996, 96-ish, 97. They came out to San Francisco. Tony Hawk busted a 900. Everybody just remembers that. If you didn't remember, Travis Pastrana did the first backflip into the bay. I don't know if his bike is still there in the waters, but he did it into the bay first time. Instead of landing it like on a ramp or anything they're doing right now. That was like historic. And before anybody touched the X Games, before they did the contest, they let the locals skate the park. Got a blue shirt with an X on it. And I had that blue shirt for hella long. I think my mom might have tossed it. But it had everybody's like signature on it. But that X Games that came out to the Bay Area is one of the main reasons why I skate to this day still. It was legendary. So I want to show you where it's at. If you ever visit San Francisco, this is where you can find it. The location of the only X Games that was in the Bay Area.
So today, we're going to show you where the X Games 1996, where Tony Hawk did the 900, is at. Right here where the arrow is, in San Francisco. Make sure you like and subscribe. Skate it raw. But be clean with it.
So I hope that I hope that was just like really a great explanation, dude, on like how Tony Hawk and the whole thing went down. Now it really is at that arrow right there in San Francisco, right by the bridge. It's like it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I thing that like really tripped me out about skateboarding is how high these fools would like freaking like jump. The jump was crazy. What is this? What is this? Am I getting audio now? Hello? Hello? Testing? What is this thing? I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't doing it. But yeah, it tripped me out how high these guys would jump up in the air and then like just send it. So hell yeah. That's backwards. Say down there. Everything just wants to go wonky right now. I don't know what's going on. So let's get this right side up, I guess. Put this upside down. That was crazy. Okay, I got it right. Right side up. Interact with the browser. So some things like for skateboarding, we think like all skateboards can just do whatever. Technically, they can. Um, but not all skateboards are cut out for the craft that you're trying to do it on. Like I wouldn't take a old school shape pool board and go try to do a whole bunch of street stuff with, only because I'd have a difficult time a little bit, but then I think I'd figure it out. Sorry, excuse me. But non-popsicle sticks, non-new skateboards, because the original skateboard is that like fishtail-y one. Um, the newer skateboards are easier to navigate, easier to flip, just all across the board and hella easy. But when it comes to street skating, you're gonna need some kind of setup that's gonna like really add towards you learning and gravitating towards something new. So that's why I started looking at this one video on YouTube, which goes over the best setup for your skateboarding for the streets. But it's like customized for yourself. You gotta really try these things out. Don't take people's uh, opinions and practices as gospel, because with skateboarding, it's all customizable and it's all different because of the person doing the skateboarding. You know? And definitely, you want to turn off all notifications before you go live. Other than that, now you want to be able to get on that board and not have to think about what you're going to do or where your feet are or the balancing and all that stuff. As I've seen in these last 7 years of just really immersing myself on the skateboard, um, it'll come natural, but with practice it'll become consistent. So let's go ahead and let's dive in and take a look at some.
So today, we're going to show you where the X Games 1996.
I forgot I usually turn that thing off. So we're gonna and then or just delete it. Delete it. Get rid of it. Yeah. Okay, now. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the street skating size and setup. This guy's really good at like things, skateboarding. There's nice crispy trails too. Just saying. So let's check it out.
If you're just getting into skateboarding but you don't know what board size is going to be best for you, then you've come to the right place. When we're talking about the size of the skateboard, we're referring to the width of it, and we measure the width in inches. So there's not just one size board that's going to be the best and suit everyone. It comes down to three main factors, and I guess that creates the formula to figure out which size board is going to be perfect for you. And these are your shoe size, what type of skateboarding you're going to do, and your personal preference. So I'm going to go into these 3 points in more detail so we can figure out what size board is going to be best for you. So the first determining factor on choosing your board size is going to be your shoe size. You want to find a board that allows your foot to have a lot of coverage over it. There's not too much overhang on your toes or your heels. The bigger the board is, the more...
Yes, definitely. You want that. You don't want to be pushed off balance because your board is too small and you have to do your tricks pitch and toed on everything. One, what seems to happen is you'll hit a lot of kibble or pebbles and fall off the board, or your balance will be so like ingrained into where the point of pressure is, to where your toes will start hurting because you are just like really traveling on your toes. If you ever tried to walk on your tippy toes around town, you know it's kind of hard. So, like, think of that with skateboarding. It's going to be 10 times harder, especially jumping, landing, etc. And it's going to kind of just throw your body off. So, yeah, that's like a good tip. Shout out to him. It's a really good tip. I like it. I want to go to Australia too one time. I'm interested.
you're going to be able to control it because you're steering with your heels and your toes. So I'm a US 11, I ride an 8.75 inch board, so I've got big feet and I ride a big board. So my board size is pretty suited to my shoe size. But I know someone that's a size 7 US and they ride a 9.125 inch board, which is huge for their foot size. But then I know someone that's a size...
And I feel like when it comes to skateboarding, the board size, I don't think the board size truly matters too much. Like, board size doesn't like really matter too much if the wheelbase is the same. 13 and a quarter or 14 and a quarter is like the best wheelbase, and that's found usually on heroin skateboard decks. 14 and a quarter PAL Santa Cruz. The wheelbase is basically the spacing between the trucks and your shoulders. They line up perfectly with your shoulders, and that means you're going to be more balanced because your legs are right underneath your hip bone and everything's flush. So you'll have a better like jump off point to do things to balance. And I think wheelbase matters a lot more than the width of the board, because if you think of the board as just like the old school shapes, where it's just like a plank of wood, think of like a 2x4, then everything around it is just like a shell holding the 2x4. That's so that kind of like had to think about skateboarding to get immersed into something new and be able to pop things up higher. Was not thinking of the board initially, how big it is. Like, damn, this is a big ass board. But more or less, if it's not a longboard, of course, more or less is that 2x4 to feel. So I used to put a snake, a line that looked like a snake down the middle, because it would remind myself that this whole thing around it isn't the board per se. It's just this middle ground. So hopefully that helps you out to think about it like that if you're trying to skate. and get into more of like the dynamics, the nuts and bolts of the skateboarding, and really like get in there. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Bye. We're gonna go oop and oop. Oh, I'm playing it. Oh, hold on, dude.
Because if we were just going off shoe size, homie number 1 with a size 7 foot should be riding around an 8-inch board. And then homie number 2 that has size 12 shoes, he should be riding at least an 8.75 and above. So the next thing to consider is what type of skateboarding you're going to be doing. So I'll try and break this down as easy as I can to make the board width make a bit more sense towards what type of skating you want to do. So boards from about 7 inch to 7.75 inches, that's considered really small. That's mainly for little kids or like mini skateboards. A size 7.75 inch to an 8.125, that's considered your more technical skating. So lots of flip tricks, manuals, and just a lot of technical tricks where your board's going to be flipping and spinning a lot. So the smaller the board is, the lighter it's going to be, and all of these flip tricks are going to work easier. I'd say from the 8.125 to an 8.6 inch, that's your kind of standard that you're going to find most people ride. That's good for beginners, rail skaters, technical skaters, bowl skaters, transport. That's kind of your middle range in the skate industry. But that's all depending on your personal preference, which I'll get to in the next section. And then the 8.6 inch up to the 9.5 and above, that's more for your transition and bowl skating, your cruising, your filming boards, and I guess just bigger boards for transport, because the more foot placement you have, the wider surface you have, the more comfortable it's going to be and the more stable. So homie number 1, that's a size 7 and should be riding an 8-inch board. He likes to skate big handrails and big gaps and stuff, so that type of skating is more suited towards an 8.5. So taking into account his size 7 foot, the sweet spot for him would be anywhere around an 8.25 to an 8.38 for his shoe size and his style of skating. But homie number 2, that's a size 12.
You can hear my front door. Hold on. I forgot where I left off, but we're gonna go ahead and go to number 2.
When he likes technical skating, instead of riding an 8.75 that suits his shoe size, he should be on about an 8.38